Right. Hello, everyone. My name is Herbert Tumsime. I am a student of Mara University of Science and Technology, Computing and Informatics. That's my faculty. I'm here for a project, a database project, presenting to you. The project name is about the league, the database league. So I'm a year one student, and this is what I managed to design, and it can help us solve the problems, literally that concern much about the organization of tournaments and leagues like that, as you're going to be getting more elaborated in my report that actually managed to gather for you. So, all right, let's begin with the executive summary. This briefly talks about like what is entailed in my project. So this report provides a comprehensive analysis of the database system designed for a comprehensive report management platform, sports management platform. So the system supports multiple functional areas, including team management, the player tracking, merchandise sales, the event scheduling, and even alumni relations. So the database, the best of it all, it contains more than actually 40 plus tables. Yeah, this is sounding like overwhelming, but at the end of the day, you realize this is a league and it is something that is too complex and it needs a lot of maybe information that is better for you to actually organize something that is organized. So the database, as I've told you, it contains 40 plus tables with a complex relationship supporting a wide range of operations from the e-commerce sales and match statistics themselves and also even the tracking of the teams and the players and whatsoever. So the key strengths of the current design include one, a comprehensive player and team tracking. Number two, maybe the integrated merchandise and management. Continuation is like maybe we talk about the delayed match statistic recording, the detailed one. We talk about the multi-level user management in terms of admin, the team admins, and maybe the alumni, even scheduling with the calendar integration. So this system appears designed to support sports league or athletic organization with multiple teams requiring management players, matches, merchandise, and member communications. So it's not only for leagues like the basketball, football, what, but even other athletics, provided it's concerning about the teams themselves. All right, let's talk about the business case and maybe the system purpose of this project. Yeah, the database serves as the back end of the sports management system for the core capabilities that we talk about the team and players restore management, number one. Then also the match scheduling, statistics tracking, the league standing calculations, the key e-commerce functionality for merchandise in terms of what do the teams use to buy, maybe if you want to sponsor them, if you want to have the business that can get oriented, in fact, like you deal with the team itself. Talk about the blog and content management. Now, the alumni relations, the former players of the team, former coaches, even the committee and organizational management, the board of directors. Yeah, all that information can be stored under this database system. Let's look at the design, maybe the implementation that I used to maybe design this particular kind of project. Yeah, we first talk about the tables, maybe the key important things, maybe the key tables and the structures themselves, the logical flow of it. Yeah, what was needed is what I actually talk about and what is needed, right? Yeah. So the comprehensive team information, this includes the basic info, maybe the team name and the logo itself, the contact details, that is maybe the address, the email, the phone, every team need be to be read about, maybe internet and all these things are needed to be referred to. In terms of the social media links, maybe Twitter or maybe the Facebook that releases its news and history. Then the historical information like the founding date when the team was created, because all these are detailed things that are needed to be referred to. So the ID, maybe the dual ID system, I have the team ID one and the team ID two. That is what is needed. Continuation is about maybe the players, because these are key factors that are needed when you're registering your team. The players now, the detailed player profiles that include the personal information, the position and the jersey number of the player, the contact details, the biography of the player, where they come from, where they're born, how they grew up. This is something that is inspiring the kids and what. So you need things like biography. Then the team association, how this player is ready to be keeping track with the same players that they have together in the team. We talk about the track creation and update the timestamps also like blah blah blah. That's what is needed. Yeah, let's talk about the team performance and team match tracking, like the matches and what. We talk about the teams and their scores. We have the detailed statistics in terms of possession, shots, and cards. We look at the venue and the timing information itself regarding like the season association and how they determine themselves like to be performing at the end. Then we go to the league management themselves, the standings, they calculate the positions, the matches played, the wins, draws, and losses. We talk about the point calculation and maybe updated Zara match results themselves that are needed. Continuation is about what is important at the end, the e-management or maybe the e-commerce system, what it manages. That is the merchandise, the product catalog, the pricing and inventory, the team associations like category organizations, also image and descriptions of the team, like for it, what they need. The order of the processing orders in terms when they need to status tracking, shipping options, like what they need to order, what they need to buy in terms of the equipment needed for the team for it to be operating. Like also this database covers all that. That is the e-commerce itself and the most important benefit at the end of the day. So maybe the things that you need to design more in the future in terms of my design, we look about the blogs, like the notices, like proper league standing calculations, or even player and match statistics that are needed. You know, when you need to calculate shots like blah blah, all those that are needed, red cards and what is not important for me. That is what I look at as a future extensive project. Yeah, that was the logical design, and now let's go to the physical design in this slide. What is the physical design? This, let me try zooming for you. I talk about what the commands that I use to maybe enter in terms of, let's talk about like inserting the matches statistics, like the date of the match, the time of the match that is played, and the team, all the statistics. I also talk about the league standings, whether a team is ranking one or two, like all these things need to be followed and players need them and also the fans. We talk about also in my water design, like some of my tables, it shows you that the admin itself, the admin of the team, people that are supposed to be following these things, the admin of the team, these are the people that are supposed to be following them. Look at the seasons table, like the season name, if it is season one, regular season, the cup, the summer cup, winter cup, like that. All those are detailed for you to be finding them. We look at also the matches table themselves in what is needed, which team is playing. Is it an away, home, the match date, the time and the venue? All those can be followed, and this table is what actually covers or maybe it encompasses. All right. Now we go to, so this is more of the tables. Yeah, let me try zooming for you. One of them is about the blogs, others about the merchandise, others about the teams, coaches, the players' details, all that stuff. Like I said before, there are many tables and I can't just display for them for you right now. Or this is a sample of what maybe the end part here of what is the result of the table, what it will bring them. You can look at the season ID, the season name, and the start date like that. This is what it displays when you have actually executed those commands. More of the end part key or the product that comes out is that the admin, this is what it displays like itself, the admin here, the seasons, also this is the information that is showed up. The league teams, this is what shows up at last regular season, what if it is a winter tournament like that. Also the admin info, you know, this is something that needs also to be encrypted and admin info can't be just exposed. That's why I have, in my case, I have something like email, the password, the registration date, all that information. The design of the season of the league itself, like what happens, yeah. All right, and lastly, maybe the coaches' information, their details, their biography, because we told you these are people that are important in a team setting, and therefore all that information can be needed to be recorded. All right, now part of the physical design is the entity relation diagrams, like how they disappear, the flow of the data that I always be having in this. I told you there are many tables, therefore I cannot display them so quick for you, but this is partly like what you can see, how the data flows from the player's information, how it goes to the teams, how even the fans can access the information, how the alumni of the team can get related, if it is the board of directors, all this flow, and this is what is made of it. Alright, so the ER diagrams continue it. This is whole summary of the tables, addresses, admin, blogs, category, the coaches, the products, what. As I told you, this is not just a business something. Also, the players need to be training, and all that track needs to be actually maintained and gotten to be known. All right, now we go to the user interface. Most people can be asking what the user interface is always about, but its importance is that how the team gets to be filing this information when it is returned to them. But how is it added? This is what, or maybe the interface, the user, how they can be capable to be sending that information to the team database administrator. Maybe I talk about how to add a team, basically maybe three that are most important. How to add a team, where I need a team ID code, you need a team name, a logo to enter that, team president, a team foundation date, the about the footer, maybe the address, the contact, the email, and also the team description. That is maybe the first interface. Number two can maybe adding the coach, because these are people that are needed in the details themselves. The coach ID name, the first name, the last name, the email, the birth date, team, and also their biography or about the player themselves. Also the same information, their name, their ID name, like what, and that is needed. All right. In conclusion, maybe I tell you that this database schema presents a robust foundation for the comprehensive sports management platform. Like it successfully integrates the team management, the league operations, the e-commerce itself, like I told you how people can be used to make orders for the trade and the item that is needed. I talk about the publishing and coherent structure, how the team publishes its information, demonstrates good understanding and relational, maybe database principles that are appropriate to normalization and constraint usage. The key strengths that include here are maybe the match statistics, because this information is needed to be followed up. Also, the merchandise system itself, like this comprehensive user hierarchy, it shows you that you can be wanting off pitch. Maybe if the team that is going to be participating off pitch, it needs things like to buy the products that are needed to be ordered. And therefore, you do not need to be tiring yourself, because it has the detailed information. If maybe people spoiled some equipment during the training sessions, all these things can be detailed up, and therefore the bosses or maybe the leaders of the team, the directors, can actually order for all that is needed very quickly. Yeah, so I want to thank you and encourage you maybe to buy the idea of this database for your tournaments, maybe both locally and internationally. You can use them. Now, like an example, the school alumni leagues in Uganda these days, those things are so common and people use them a lot. You talk about the friendly games or maybe even the politicians who organize tournaments. All right, that is it for now, and I appreciate you for having watched it. And you can subscribe and maybe like on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.